Hi everybody, Kathy here from Pintail Paddocks. I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update as to why I haven't done a video other than shorts recently. It's been a bit busy here because I've had kidding going on, and that does keep you a little bit busy waiting for them to come. And then when they come, it's seeing how they go and whether they need any help, which both of mine did. One of them in particular needed quite a bit of help. So I'm going to share that with you today, about the kids, about the mums, about what went on, and then you get a little bit of knowledge and understanding of what, how, where, when, and also some lovely little footage of the kids and my new best friend, which you'll find all about as we go through. So stay tuned and come along with me to find out about the children, the kids even. So this is Billy and Dottie. They are Snow's kids. She had twins, and they're very cute. They're just 2 weeks old now, and they've lost all their downy hair. They came quite easily, both came normal way. They were both very well behaved, both came normal way, so that was ideal. Mum's amazing mum with them, so they're growing very quickly and they're looking very healthy. So this is Storm. She is Saanen as well, but obviously she's not white, so she's a Saanen sable, which means that they can have some coloration on them. She had twins. One that she rejected, the second one. He was a lot bigger than the first. And it was a bit of a difficult birth, so to be fair, I don't blame her. But her little one, she's called Rosie, and she's called Pocket Rocket Rosie because she is just absolutely mad. So she just runs around like a headless chicken and is absolutely crackers. So she's giving Storm a run for her money, because most of the time Storm doesn't know where she is and she's calling for her because she's running or gone somewhere, and then she gets scared at the same time and Storm gets scared, and they're both calling to each other, and she's in different places. Yeah, so Rosie was born first, and then her brother was born afterwards. She's probably half the size of her brother. I can't remember the weights off the top of my head, but I can put them on the screen once I've got them. But as you can see, Mum is very good with her, amazing. Doting Mum with her, if not a bit too much protective, whereas Snow lets her kids do their thing, but she's there if they need her, whereas Storm is a little bit too much. You won't play with this, you won't play with these kids, you won't play with them, they might hurt you. So obviously she's missing out a little bit. So what I do is, when I bring the bottle baby up in the morning, and again later on in the day, is I let the bottle baby play with all of the kids together, so that all of the kids get time together while their mums are out in the main paddock. I do let them all out in the main paddock. Now they can all have a run around if they want to, but I do need to keep an eye on Storm because she can be a little bit touchy, should we say. But in the main paddock I do have a waterer for all of the animals, but I'll show you what I've done to make sure that it's safe for them to be out there, because before then I just kept them in the goat enclosure. This is where the waterer is, and what we've done is we've put different things in there to make it safe. We've put a box in there, plastic box, made holes in the bottom, and then put bricks on the top, so that if Pocket Rocket Rosie jumps in there, then she can get out again. And obviously on this side here we've put a stool so that they can still drink, but obviously it's safe if they do get in there to get out again. Here we have Storm and Rosie. Pocket Rocket Rosie, she's quite calm for a change. Oh. Good girl, Storm. It's nice for them to be be out. I know that it was meant to be raining all day today, but thankfully um, it's been nice for them because they won't come out if it's raining. They hate the rain. Let's go around the other side and see if we can see her from there. She's gone underneath the water thing. Oh, my camera's doing funny things. Here we are. Bless her. Some nice fresh grass under there, obviously. So they're only just a week old, but they're still, well, she's not even a week old until Tuesday, tomorrow, but they're starting to eat, starting to learn what they can and can't eat, starting to drink water. And if anybody's going to end up in that water, it's going to be her. So, hi everybody. This is Pongo. So this is my bottle baby. So he was rejected by Mum. It was a bit of a nasty birth. So it was Storm's birth. His sister is little Rosie, the little grey and white one. And he came out backwards, feet first. And you're a bit tricky to get your hips out, weren't you? After that, it wasn't too bad. It was the main bit was getting his hips out, wasn't it? Hey, they're a little bit big. So Mum rejected him. So he's been bottle fed by me. But the first 4 days wasn't easy, to be fair. First couple of days, I'd taken colostrum off of Mum. The first 12 hours, I took colostrum off of Mum. I tried to feed him in a bottle. He didn't like it. He didn't want it. I think it was the teats as much as anything else. So I ended up having to take him up and feed him off of Mum. She didn't like it, but to keep him alive, it was what I needed to do. So then my husband kindly went and got some other teats that I'd seen. In America, they're called Pritchard's teats. I think they're little red ones. And I tried those. Thankfully for YouTube, it said to cut the end of the teat down the centre of it rather than cutting it off, so that when they stop drinking, it actually closes. So yeah, so that's quite good. I'll show you that in a minute. So yeah, so this is Pongo. So he's called Pongo because we've got Dalmatian and because he's in at the moment being fed. He does have play dates and he does go outside on a regular basis. He has been fed, and as you can see, he's falling asleep at the moment. I will be putting him in, so he's got a crate here and at home, so so he goes in the crate when he's tired. It's a bit like a puppy really, but to be fair, honestly, most of the time he's easier than a puppy, because if he's tired, he'll go into the crate himself. So so yeah, so he did have a bit of a chest infection, so I took him and got some antibiotics when I think he was about 2 days old, so on the Thursday, and some painkillers. And I think that his hips were a little bit sore as well. I know farmers will be laughing their heads off because they'll be thinking, God, you know, babies, you know, kids and lambs are born like that all the time. They are, but I think that we do forget that, you know, they are emotional animals as well. So like, and he really found it difficult when his mum rejected him. I did take him up again and try to get him back, but knowing the goat that she is, I was pretty certain that it wasn't going to work. But I gave it a go anyway, and he just stood there. He just froze in fear. And even when I brought him back and put him into his crate, he again froze in fear, because I think that she'd just been nasty to him, and I could see that she was biting him and pushing him away with her head. And if she did that while I was there, I was, you know, concerned about what was happening when I wasn't there, because she can be a bit nasty sometimes. So I mean, she's the matriarch of the herd, so she takes it upon herself to, you know, that she does what she likes. So she doesn't hurt any of the others, and they do stand up to her, but obviously he's tinsy wincy, and if she didn't want him, then she didn't want him. But yeah, so that's where we are with him. He does come out and he does all of my chores with me, so that he does get his exercise and mix in with the other animals. And the dog thinks that she's his mum, so she will look after him, lick him, you know, encourage him to go to the toilet, lick his bum and everything. And yeah, so it is a little bit of an odd combination that we've got going on sometimes. Like the goats get on really well with the alpacas, and I think one of the alpacas, Auntie Polly, is like, she thinks that she's looking after him as well, bless her. So yeah, we've got a few interesting characters on our small holding. So that's him. So there will be some little bits about him and where he goes and helping me do the chores and things. But the next thing in line is the unpacking of the alpacas, livestock wise anyway, is the unpacking of the alpacas. I'll be going on a course on Saturday this week connected to that, so so that'll be good. But it's very much similar to lambing and kidding, but obviously they're a lot bigger and they've got a lot longer legs and necks. So if you have to intervene, then trying to turn them around, or well, I would imagine that would be impossible, because it was impossible with, you know, him. I just knew that I just had to go feet first backwards. But yeah, so that's what's going on anyway, and I just thought I'd introduce you properly to Pongo. But you'll see a lot of videos with him in coming up, and the other kids and everything, because they're so blimmin' cute. So these are the teats, and they've got a little, if you can hear, they've got a little ball bearing or something in there safely. And the way that I've cut them is down that way, so through the centre, so they can still suckle, but when they're not suckling, it pulls together and actually stops the milk from coming out, which I thought was a really good idea. Show you that that he does take the milk fine with that teat that I've just shown you. There you go. He's having about just over 8 ounces at the moment, because he's weighing 5.8 kilos. So I just weigh him every day, more or less, just to make sure I'm giving him the right amount for his size and his weight. He gets mad with it if it doesn't come out quick enough, so I might need to make it a little bit bigger. And we let Billy and Dottie out. And Dottie and Billy have a play date with Pongo, while I give Snow a bit of a tidy up around her bum and give her a feed. The greens. What can he eat and what can't he eat? We've got Pocket Rocket Rosie there in the background by the slide. Pongo's focused on food. Rosie's gone to say hello to her brother. As you can see, the alpacas and the goats are pretty happy together. Polly, she loves all the babies. She's like Auntie Polly. So she's there checking up on them, making sure that they're okay. Sometimes she gets a little bit giddy and jumps around with them. But today she's just checking up on them to make sure that they're okay. What with an alpaca that's like a nanny to the goats, and a dog that thinks that she's the mum to the one that Storm didn't want. We've got a little bit of a menagerie going on in different ways. But as long as they're loved and cared for, it doesn't really matter, does it? Look, Polly's getting a little bit excited there, bless her. To be fair, the alpacas are amazing, because they could kick them, but no, they just go and smell them. And if they run around, sometimes the alpacas get a little bit scared because they're so skittish. Thanks everybody for watching today. Remember, if you could like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, that would be fantastic. And I hope wherever you are, you're having a lovely Easter, whether you celebrate it or not. I hope that you enjoy your weekend. And I hope that you keep well until I see you again, and I'll try and make sure that I make them a little bit more regularly now that things have calmed down. Well, until the alpacas start unpacking between July and August. Okay then, see you soon. Bye bye.